Hello, Evelyn McKnight, One Arm University. Thank you for joining today. Today we're going to talk about using a Breadmaker with just one arm. I recently purchased a Breadmaker. I had one many years ago. When it died, I didn't replace it. But also recently, I have been diagnosed with gluten sensitivity. And so I wanted to be able to make my own gluten-free bread. I looked at a lot of reviews online, and the one that came to the top was this one, Zojirushi Breadmaker. It is a top of the line, but I felt that I needed that because of its outstanding gluten-free bread cycle. It has about 14 different cycles, many different ones, but of course the only one that I'm using is gluten-free. I got it off of Amazon. I've only had it a couple weeks, but so far so good. I really like it. One thing that I like about it is that it has a horizontal basket, and it's easy to pull it out and put it back in. It has two paddles rather than the vertical baskets just have one kneading paddle, and that's really helpful to make gluten-free bread especially rise well. Gluten-free breads are challenging to get a nice fluffy loaf. With gluten-free bread, it's very important to be very precise with your measurements. The experts recommend that you use a scale and measure out in grams rather than measure in teaspoons or cups. So I purchased this digital scale from Amazon. My finger is on it, and that's why it's showing a number. But it can be reset, zeroed out, and so you can read that and then measure very precisely. If your recipe is not giving you the measurement in grams, you can always look it up online. I place the basket directly on the digital scale, and then I zero it so that you aren't taking into account the weight of the basket. And then I pour the ingredients directly into the basket. The first ingredient is 1 1/4 cup of carbonated water, which is about 300 grams. So I start pouring and watch the digital display. And towards the end, you need to go slowly. I'm looking for 300 grams. There we go. And then next you can either, if you're good at math, you can just add in your head how much the next ingredient, how many grams that would be, add it to your digital display, or you can zero it again and then look for that number. It's nice because you can measure directly into the basket, so you don't dirty up any measuring cups. There's just a lot less mess. Another thing that's nice is I don't have to scrape the batter out of a mixing bowl, and that's very hard for a one-armed person. So I'm just finding a lot of advantages to a Breadmaker for making bread. So I have all of my ingredients in the basket, and it's ready to go into the bread machine. Make sure it pops down flat, and it's easy for me to get in, so ready to start.
the bread's done. It smells so good. So it's kind of hot. Let me get a hot pad. Actually, I use these gloves. It works real well for me. And the basket pops out easily. And it pops right out. Doesn't that look good? I'm still searching for the perfect gluten-free bread recipe, but overall I'm very satisfied. So thank you for joining One Arm University. Please comment, subscribe. Tell us about your experiences with baking bread or baking in general, or how you manage in the kitchen. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.